Good morning, everybody. My name is Jody. My husband David John and I have a small farm in the panhandle of North Idaho. These are our stories and adventures, and today we're going to be in the kitchen. No, we're not cooking. As you saw from the title, we're going to be doing a sewing project. We are going to be constructing these reusable grocery bags from a bunch of old feed sacks that I had. So I have gone through and cut them down. First we cut the bottom seam off the bags, turned them inside out, brushed them off, shook them off, wiped them down so they're clean on the inside and the outside. And I have taken from the top of the bag a 3-inch strip, and after I evened up the bottom, I took a 3-inch strip off the bottom. So these are going to be your straps. And because I have about 55 bags to construct, I'm going to be just assembly lining. So going to be starting with the serger for doing the bottom couple steps, and then we'll switch to the other sewing machine. So the first step is, after you've gotten your bag clean, is you want to turn it inside out. And then, because they naturally have creases from the manufacturing of them, you will take and get it nice and straight. So the bags are ready to go, and you want to make sure that when you're sewing it, because they are inside out, that you pay attention that you sew the bottoms and not the top with your sewing machine, or your bag will be upside down. So let's move on to the kitchen table and the serger. Okay, so after fighting with the serger for a half an hour, I've decided I'm just going to switch to the regular sewing machine. And I've tried a couple different stitches there, and yes, it's got green thread in it right now. I'll be switching to black or a white thread here in a minute. But finally decided on that I'm just going to do a regular straight stitch and do 2 passes on the sewing machine. I think that will give us the strength we need in the seams. So I'm going to go get white thread, and I know I wasted a strap trying to get this figured out, but going to go get some different colored thread in the machine, and we'll start getting these bags put together. So I've got my white thread in. Let's try this again. Okay, so I got this one double stitched. I'm going to go through and get the rest of them, and then we'll move on to the next step. So yesterday I went through and got all the bags done. The little bigger project than anticipated doing all of these. but I have other things I have to do, so I couldn't just dedicate all day to it. So enough with that. We're gonna do the next step, and this will probably, in all honesty, for the number of bags I'm doing, take me a couple days to get through, but we'll get there. So I have gone through on one and completed the bottom. Show you that, and then show you the steps of making the bottoms. Okay, I'll show you on this one that I have done. You'll go through, and from the point here, you'll measure down 3 inches. From the point here, measure down 3 inches, and draw your line, and then you'll sew across that line on both corners, and that gives you your bottom of the bag. The reason I wanted to use the serger is to keep the plastic from fraying, but we do have a pair of pinking shears on order, so then that's when I'll trim this off when they get here. Hi, honey. Okay, so we're on to the step of making the straps. So what you'll do is you'll take, this piece that you've trimmed off your bag, you will go through and cut 2 strips of material, or of the bags, at about 26 inches long. You will go through and, as I have here, tri-fold it, and I just have a couple pins stuck in it to hold it in place. So now we'll go over to the sewing machine and get these couple straps sewn together, and then we'll come on to the next step of the bag. And I do go through, when I'm sewing these, I do double stitch it. Focus on it. Let's see if I can see. Oh, there you can see it. See how I've got the 2 double stitches, and I do a zigzag pattern. I just find it gives the handles a little more strength. The next step will be getting the handles attached to the bag. So you're going to wind up folding the bag 3 times over at about an inch for each flip. Not 3 times, 2 times, sorry. And then you're just going to want to crease the bag itself so it just helps hold the shape. And you do fold it when you're doing this step. If you do it on the center of the end, it just will make it easier for measuring out for putting your straps on. And I gotta grab a couple pins. And I did have a cheater card, but I misplaced it. Not sure where it got off to, so we'll have to tape measure it. And from the edge here, let me make sure we're on camera. Yeah. From the edge here, you want to measure in roughly about 6 inches. And you'll stick your strap in. Just gently get the pin in there, and then you'll take your strap and you'll just curve it like this over to here and do your 6-inch measurement again. And it's 6 inches to the outside of your strap. Flip your bag over. And I kind of picked the more decorative side to be on the up. Get it all the way through. There we go. And now it's ready to be sewn. And I know you're going, Jody, but your handles are wrong. That will be the next step, because I do a double sew on the top here. So I'll get the first one done down at the bottom, and then once the pins and everything out, I will flip the straps up like that and sew around the top. So let's go over to the sewing machine and get this one sewn together. Okay, so here I've gone through and turn the camera so it's back in the light. Gone through and got my first seam on it. So what I'm going to do is I will flip it up like that, and then I'll run a top stitch here so that way the strap is completely double stitched into the bag. Okay, so I've gone through, and as you see right there, got if the camera will focus. You'll see that I've got the double stitch going on. So this is almost a completed bag. The next step I'll do is this triangle piece. I told you I was waiting for my pinking shears to get here. I will just trim that down a little bit. Just take the edge, the point off it. And now our bag is ready. Maybe the lighting's a little better here. Now our bag is ready to turn inside out. And you just want to take and kind of press your corners at the bottom just so that it's nice and square. And there you have this is one of the larger ones, but completed upcycled feed bag, grocery bag. And the one thing we do in ours, because one of the downfalls I've seen on these reusable bags is they're just like the plastic sack that you get from the grocery store. Everything just falls to the bottom and they're not very stable. So we do have some heavy duty cardboard that we cut, and I don't have any in the house with me right now, but we do take a piece of heavy duty cardboard and place down in the bottom just to make a good level flat bottom. But that's how you upcycle your feed bags. Make them into reusable grocery bags. So I hope you guys try taking on this sewing project, and we'll see you on the next video. Bye for now.